Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is the It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show hosted by the founder of this platform, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and myself, Roland FRIEDL. How important is your health and fitness to you? We show you how you can easily eat healthier every day, how you can improve your fitness and recover much quicker after your exercises and workouts. Families will learn how to optimize their children's health and nutrition. And finally, you will also hear how you live a long, healthy and fit life into your old age. Join us here on It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us here on USA Global TV and Radio. Welcome to the It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show. I'm very excited every Monday about this show because I wouldn't say addicted, but I love to be healthy and fit. I'm 60, becoming 61 this year, and I try my best to be not only healthy and fit, but also to become a role model for others. And what we do in this show is we talk about things that are practicable, that easy to implement on a daily basis, nothing fancy, no rocket science. And I have to disclaim at the beginning, I'm not a medical advisor, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just a private person. Roland FRIEDL, my name, and as you can hear from my accent, I'm not American. I'm from Austria, from the middle of Europe, and I'm broadcasting right now from Italy. I'm sitting in my motorhome in Italy. So shortly before we start, about my background a little bit. Actually, I have a business background. After university, I was in the corporate world, very fast career. I guess the youngest member of board director ever in a company. I left the company on the peak after 3 years, started my own business in different industries, became a trainer and consultant for big tech companies in the US, in Canada, and in England. So most of the time I work in English. It's funny, by the way. And besides that, I was always into nutrition. I was in fitness and health. I was always into men's work and protecting environment. That's what I'm doing. So that's a little bit about me. So, but I want to talk about you, and the show is called The Power of Just Plus. And I want to talk about nutrition, and I want to talk about what I'm doing to bridge the gap between what I should eat on a daily basis and I actually do eat. And of course, I'm going to introduce a product. It's Just Plus is a product, but the reason for it is I got involved, or I got introduced to this product in June 1994. So almost 31 years. I take Just Plus on a daily basis, and it really keeps me fit and healthy. Besides my healthy nutrition, besides my daily workout, besides my relaxing and deep sleep and all other stuff, but it really helps me because I'm traveling a lot, and it's the best option for me. So that's a little bit about myself. I said no medical doctor. I just talk about my own experience I'm sharing here, and let's get starting. I prepared a little presentation just to get into it. And for me, Just Plus, for me personally, is the best next thing to fruits and vegetables, to fresh, raw fruits and vegetables. We all know that fruits and vegetables have a lot of benefits. I'm a huge fan of fruits, of course. The problem is that when you don't have your own garden, meaning when you buy it at the market, at the supermarket, wherever, it's not fresh. So it's harvested earlier. It's not harvested on the peak where all the ingredients are in, all the vitamins, all the phytochemicals. They're harvested almost green because they have to transport it, you have to store it. So most of the ingredients that's so important for us are not in. Even when you buy it organically means that there are less herbicides in the product, but they still have to be harvested early because they also have to transport them and store them. So the best is fresh fruits and vegetables from your own garden. When you are lucky enough that you have an own garden and you live in an area where you can harvest and grow the whole year, like when you live in Bali or maybe in Florida in a nice area, it's cool. But when you come from, like myself, from Austria, we have cold, snowy winters. We only have 4 or 5 months of growing and harvesting. Then it's getting a little bit difficult to get raw, fresh fruits and vegetables. So Just Plus for me is the best thing. So no doubt at all, fresh fruits and vegetables is always the best. No doubt on that. But reality is, let's face reality, guys. Reality is it's not available for most of the people, because who has a garden, who really has a garden, not only just green grass, a nice lawn, but also have, planting fruits and vegetables organically on a daily basis. That's one thing. So we don't have access to it, most of us, especially when you live in a town or in a city. And secondly, as I mentioned before, when you go to the supermarket, it's not the same quality. It's a lot of herbicides and pesticides. Even when you buy organic, fruits and vegetables are not the same like 20, 30, 40 years ago, because the land, the soil is not the best one anymore. So the fruit vegetable needs all this from the soil, the minerals and everything. So it gets into the fruit, and the soil is not the best. So a lot of people are suffering from vitamins or other inefficient on minerals, etc. So again, the best, of course, is fruits and vegetables. So we all know that we should eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. As I mentioned before, fruits and vegetables don't have the ingredients that it has years ago. Extensive agriculture, early harvesting, long transportation, storage, and so on. So we should eat more. Health organizations say 10 portions of fruits and vegetables every day. It's a lot. Most people cannot digest it. They're suffering from it. I suffer from it. I cannot digest vegetables very much. Actually, I'm a carnivore, so I eat a lot of meat, but I eat fruits. Actually, I have here a nice pineapple. So it's 10 different fruits and vegetables. That's one thing. So it's a huge amount that you should eat. Secondly is that most people, and to be honest, myself too, I only eat what I love, where it's tasty for me, but I don't eat all the fruits and vegetables that I should eat that are high in ingredients. So it's for me, Just Plus is the best after fruits and vegetables about this. So let's go to an apple. I just bring this example of an apple. Why is apple a superfood? And for me, it's the best fast food. As a friend of mine says, he's an ultra marathon runner like I was years ago before my accident. Because always people say, yeah, fast food, I don't have time. But I always say, what is faster than an apple? It's easy to relate. What's faster than an apple? Because when you look at an apple, and this is just an example for all the other fruits and vegetables, has not only minerals, it many other things too. Many phytochemicals are inside. And it's difficult to read, but we all know that an apple has an average of 30,000 different phytochemicals. Not only minerals, not only vitamins. We have 13 vitamins at the moment, science says it, but we have thousands and thousands of phytochemicals. Phytochemicals is the color, the tasting, the smelling of the apple or of the grape or of the carrot or whatever. And phytochemicals are there to protect the plant. So you cannot construct or you cannot design a magical vitamin builder. There are thousands on the market to copy a simple apple because there are too many ingredients in it. It's impossible. So the whole fruit is always the best. Okay, one thing: whole fruit is always the best. Natural is always much better than synthetic, no matter what company want to sell you on promotion. And the other thing is, when you watch TV, I don't know if you realize it, they only promote on TV things that you normally would never buy. A good product is never promoted on TV. Healthy stuff, really healthy stuff, is not promoted on TV. They only try to sell stuff that people normally wouldn't buy. And when I look, when I'm 60, I'm going to become 61 this year. When I look in a supermarket today than 40 years ago or 50 years ago when a child is totally different. We have so much stuff that is food. They call it food, but it's not nutrition anymore. It's artificial. It's designed. It's not for our humans. So the best is always fresh stuff. So that's why the example by an apple. And you can go with every product. If it's an apple, if it's a pineapple, it's a carrot, it's broccoli, or it's spinach, it's blueberries, whatever it is. These fruits and vegetables and grapes and berries have thousands and thousands of phytochemicals. You cannot copy it with a simple vitamin pill. A vitamin pill has maybe 10, 20, maybe 30 ingredients, but fruits and vegetables has thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. Okay, so that's the start. You have to understand this. As I said, this fruits and vegetables are so-called superfoods because it's more, as I said before, it's not only vitamin, it's not only minerals, it's also, and the enzymes, it's also the phytochemicals that make them a superfood. And the interesting thing is that what I mentioned it before is these phytochemicals are in the fruit or created in the fruit by nature, by sun and water, the last days of the growing process. So when you harvest them too early, they're not in. I give an example. Maybe when you same age like me, I remember in my granny's garden, we had strawberries. They had amazing strawberries. They had a dark red color. They smelled amazingly, and the taste was amazing. It was really good. Last week I was with a friend of mine here. He drove me. He went to the supermarket and said, "Hey, come with you." And he bought some strawberries, and he said, "Do you want to buy strawberries? There's strawberries here." I said, "No, I don't want them, but buy you." And he gave me one. No color, no really dark red. They didn't smell absolutely nothing, and it just tasted like water, no taste. So why is this? Because the company is harvesting too early because, as I said, and I repeat it because you have to understand this, is they have to transport it, they have to store it, because otherwise it's rotten. And these are the phytochemicals. There's nothing else as the color, like the carotenes, thousands of different carotenes. That's the color. It's the smelling, the taste, and that's the phytochemicals. That's why it's so important to have fresh raw fruits and vegetables. As I said, the best way is from the garden, but we're all realistic. Most people don't have access to an own garden and don't have access to their own food, and so we buy it at a supermarket or an organic shop or wherever, or the farmer's market. But the best way is to have it fresh from the garden. So a little bit science. I don't want to go too deep. So actually, 112 years ago, scientists found the first vitamin in 1913. They discovered the first vitamin. In actually less than 30 years later, all the vitamins has been discovered, and we have 13 at the moment. 13, as I said, much. And in 1990, about 35 years ago, there became more and more studies that pointed out the importance of phytochemicals for human health. And I said in the beginning, we know around 20 to 30,000. Here the slide says scientists estimate that there's different fruits and vegetables have between 60 and 100,000 phytochemicals. And this is just the beginning, okay? So there's no product on the market that is the same like a fresh fruits and vegetables, except the product I want to introduce to you, and I'll tell you exactly why. Okay, so what can you do to stay physically healthy? And as I said, it's not only about food. Of course, food is very, very important. Healthy food. I want to point out I'm a meat eater, but I only eat grass-fed beef. I only eat meat from a friend of mine. So he's harvesting or growing his cattle on the land. They don't get any grains or soya shit. Sorry for that, but it's really shit soya. only grass. It's grass-fed beef. He shoots them on the farm directly, so there's no slaughtering stress, no stress to the slaughter. So that this is really excellent, good food. So no matter if you're meat eater or not meat eater, that's not a discussion here. Eat as clean as possible, as fresh as possible. Try the food, get the food where you know the farmers, where you get it from. So healthy food is very important. What is also very important that most people don't understand is sufficient healthy sleep. Sleep is so important. Yeah. Physical activity, of course, is very, very important. That's what I do. I do a daily workout, 20 to 30 minutes, and I do. Actually, we had a show about this here a few weeks ago, 10,000 steps. So I do it between 10,000 minimum, but mostly between 15 and 17,000 steps a day, walking my dog on the beach or in the mountains, whatever. Then oral hygiene is very, very important. When I'm 61, I don't have no single Crohn or something in my mouth. It's my original teeth. There's nothing ever made inside. So really getting clean about that. And another thing that is important to be physical health is your emotions, meaning your friends and family. I know family is here. You cannot choose our family members, but it's so important that you surround yourself with positive people. Okay, but let's focus here on nutrition. Nutrition, healthy food is important, but it's not all. Okay, and also when I come to Just Plus later, Just Plus is not a miracle pill. It's just, as I said in the beginning, it's bridging the gap between what you should eat on a daily basis and you're actually eating. So when we look about fruits and vegetables, what we eat, and this is a study from adults and kids, and so 87.5% of adults do not eat enough veggies and 59% not enough fruit. So little, as I said, like myself, I love fruits, but I have issues with veggies, and I have problems to digest it. And with kids, it's even worse. I mean, if you look what kids are eating on a daily basis, I remember my sons are grown up, but 30 years ago, one of my sons said, "Daddy, why are not the vitamins in vanilla ice cream? Why do we have these vegetables?" So, especially kids don't have enough fruits and vegetables fresh and raw. That's why we have so many obese people, sick people. We don't eat enough. This is reality. And the point is, when I talk to people, what is your healthy lifestyle? Yeah, I do a little bit workout. What's your food? Yeah, I eat healthy. And at the end is, yeah, I have an apple a day, or on the weekend when I have time, I have a fruit salad, or I don't know, for the weekend we choose an orange juice or something like that. That's not the same. It's about on a daily basis 9 to 10 portions, and portions is what is in your hand, a little lot of amount you should eat on a daily basis. And I said it's not realistic to eat all the fruits and vegetables. And this is where Just Plus came in. And I was introduced to this product, as I said, in June 1994. To be honest, at this time there was only the red box and the green box, not the violet box. Red is fruit, green is veggies, and violet is fruits and berries. And what it is, it's not an isolated high dosage vitamin or mineral product with single substances in a perfect dosage. It's not. It's just fruits and vegetables. And what the company does is they selected the 30 best sorts of fruits, vegetables, and berries that are familiar to our human body since ages. And the human body can benefit from this countless, as I said, thousands and thousands of phytochemicals. And you can also profit, and that's also important, from this very synergistic effect in between them. Okay, we all know that some different fruits, vegetables you shouldn't eat together. It's not working. It's not good. So it's the combination. You have an amazing side effect of Just Plus. It's not only high in vitamins and especially in phytochemicals. So it's the range. It's 30 different fruits and vegetables. Can you imagine having the ingredients of 30 different fruits and vegetables and berry on a daily basis in your blood system for you, your beloved ones, your kids, for everyone? It's just amazing. I will tell you later how to produce the product. Okay. So again, it's natural. And it contains, as I said, over 30 fruits. It follows the national trend from the being. It's an old slide. It's now more than 30 years on the market. A lot of experience. It's absolutely gluten-free. There are no preservatives, artificial coloring, sweeteners. Is non-GMO, so it's absolutely a natural product. And there are a lot of studies come later. So how do they produce them? What a company does is they produce or they grow these different fruits and vegetables, and they harvest them on the highest point. So these fruits and vegetables they're harvesting, you can't sell them on the market because they are fully rich, yeah, and you cannot transport them or store them anymore. But they harvest them on the highest point, choose them immediately, make it just a product, choose plus, more than choose. They choose them because we know that your body can absorb these ingredients, these phytochemicals, meaning this micro ingredients, better from a juice than when you eat the fruits vegetable, because most people don't chew long enough. They just eat it and swallow it, so bite and swallow. So you really have to choose to break up all these fibers where the stuff is in within. So they choose it, then you have to choose. And what we do is with the juice, the problem with when you have a liquid form with water is how to store it. When you heat it up to store it, you kill the enzymes, and then you still have the vitamins in, but the body cannot absorb the vitamins, meaning the product is not bioavailability. What bioavailability means, you eat something and you can measure it in your cells and not just in your urine, and it's gone. Okay, so the best way is what the company does is have a special treatment where they bring in low temperatures that take out the whole water out of the juice, and what stays is a powder, totally dry. You can store it forever. I always say, when you bring the whole water out of my body, I look like a mummy, but you can store me forever. Okay, so they bring the whole water out, and what they also do is they take away the whole sugar. What is really important for people who are suffering from diabetes. People suffering from diabetes, they have issues with many fruits because they are too high on sugar. So it just passes also for people who are suffering from diabetes. So they're bringing the whole water out, they're bringing out to store it, they bring out the whole sugar, and what's left is a powder. And this powder is in a capsule, in a vegan capsule. And you swallow this capsule with a large glass of water. That's what I do on a daily basis every morning. I swallow this capsule in the morning, large glass of water. The capsule opens, and the powder mixes with the water, and you absorb a healthy, kind of fresh juice from 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. Isn't that amazing? On a daily basis, and it's very cheap. It's absolutely affordable. I only recommend this because it's practical. It's easy to use. You can take it with you, the capsules, even when you're traveling wherever you are. You just swallow it with a lot of water. It's affordable. It's cheaper than a coffee at Starbucks. So it's really affordable for everyone. And it's working. There's so many studies outside, over 30 studies done with the product. There's not a study that said, okay, vitamin E, C is healthy, and this is in the product, that's the way the products work. No. They did studies, universities all over the globe did studies about cancer, about gum health, about fitness, many different stuff, children's health and so on. Over 30 studies of the highly recommended, reputed universities in the world about the immune system, about the DNA, so you can repair DNA damages, you can boost your immune system, your skin gets much better. By the way, the hair is better, the nails are better. I always had these white spots in my nails before. I don't have them anymore. Now, a little disadvantage, I have to be honest, is your hair, and for the men, the beard is growing faster. You get better hair. So it's cool for the ladies too. So skin health, hair health is good. As I said, gum health, dental health is much better. It's protecting yourself from oxidative stress when you heard about free radicals, and also your cardiovascular system. But there are many studies out there. If you want to know more, get in contact with me. I can send you over the papers. So there's a selection of all these studies and published in high recommended papers. Okay. I want to go too deep, but so it's, as I said, it's affordable, it's working, the studies prove it, and it's practical. That's for me so important, because whatever you're trying to do in life to stay fit and healthy, when it's too complicated, when it's too expensive, maybe you are just motivated by somebody, you're expired, but how long is it lasting? Look back on New Year's Eve. So many New Year's resolutions are made on New Year's Eve, and people start, some people never start on 1st of January, but a few people start 1st of January. And on the 6th or 7th, it's gone because it's too complicated, it's too affordable. So this is a product, easy to take, it's working, and it's affordable. That's why I'm so excited about the product. And as I said, I started in June 1994, and from almost 31 years ago on a daily basis, and I never missed it again. So it's coming from different countries, and I said these are the research studies. So different universities did studies around the world, universities in the US, universities in Canada, in Asia, in Australia, in Europe, in Italy, in England, in Austria, my home country, in the Netherlands, in Germany. So many studies are done all over the globe. So it's working. So just cap it. So it's from the farm to the capsule. So as I said, it's sun-ripped fruits and vegetables directly from the field. Yeah, not harvest too early to transport it and store it. It's sun-ripped, harvested. It's exclusively made from the best quality of fruits, vegetables, and berries. All ingredients are fully ripped to achieve the maximum micronutrients, as I said, and the phytochemicals. They are processed into juice while they're still fresh. And with their unique drying and juicing process, all the phytochemicals are carefully concentrated in the product. That's Juice Plus. Okay. So it's not a miracle pill. It's just fruits and vegetables without water, without sugar in a capsule. That's what it is. It's not artificial. It's as close as fruits and vegetables, as I said in the beginning. And the best is now. As I said, it's affordable. So if you're interested in, please contact Dr. JACALYN KERBECK from USA Global TV and Radio, or myself, if you want more information about to get a product. And I want to mention something at the end. What I really love with this company is they are supporting families with kids. So kids between the age of 4 and 21 get the product for free. So because, as I said in the beginning, kids are not eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but it's so important for them, especially when they grow, you know. And I always say, kids are not small adults. They have much more. They need much more ingredients because they're growing, the hormone system, the energy and stuff like that. Okay, so it's so important for kids. And we all know the product is affordable, but to be honest, be realistic. I mean, affordable for one person is cool, for two persons is cool, but when you have 2 or 3 kids, then you have to pay 4 or 5 products. So it's kind of money at the end. So the company understands this and has started with a project many years ago, the Juice Plus Health study on kids. So kids between 4 and 21. So when you have kids or grandkids and one adult is ordering the product, one kid get it for free. Okay, and when you stay at 4 years for free. Okay, 4 years for free. So when you're taking as an adult, as a grandparent or as a parent, Juice Plus for 4 years, one kid is free for 4 years. Okay, 2 adults are taking the product for 4 years, 2 kids are free for 4 years. That's an amazing stuff. So if you want to know more about this, please contact the channel. We are more than happy to support you because the kids is our future. They have to be healthy, and we all know that they don't exercise enough. They're sitting too much in front of their computer. They're not eating very healthy, a lot of junk food. I understand this. So if you really love your kids, please give them the opportunity to benefit from the ingredients of Juice Plus. My kids have taken Juice Plus from the beginning. They are grown-up boys now, 35, 30, 35, 31, and 28. They're healthy, they're fit because they take Juice Plus since the beginning when I started in 1994. That's all about me. Thanks a lot for listening to it. Please share this information. It's an amazing product. Absolutely. You can do a huge step towards a better health. And even when you're in my age, as an older one, we also need more of these ingredients because our system is not the best ones. Our cells are not the best ones anymore. So we even need more to stay fit and healthy. So thanks a lot. Please share this information. Come back to us to the channel. You're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. And we are now ending up with a commercial. But before that, maybe you ask it, okay, what is happening when I take Juice Plus? Well, it depending on what you eat on normal nutritional daily base. Maybe it's depending on your age, maybe depending on your sex, if you're female or male, depending on the stress level, if you're a smoker, sports. What I can tell you from my personal experience is when I started in 1994 with Juice Plus, I had no tremendous change in the beginning because I was always living more or less healthy. But my friends came back to me and said, Roland, your skin is different. You look better. Because I didn't really, I see myself every morning in the mirror, but they recognized it. But what I found out, I always had this blisters here, this herpes blister. I always was suffering from herpes here and on my nose, and never ever in 30 years. I'm so happy about this. My gum health is just amazing. My hair is great. My skin is great. I never had digestion problems, but all the people who are just plus told me that I have no digestion problems. So take it out, try it. It's not a miracle pill. Give it a time. Take it on a daily basis. I wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart, and stay tuned. And we see you in the next show. Thanks and goodbye. And we now close with our sponsor. Thank you.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multidimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multidimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced, and now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
Have you ever felt unheard? Like your words float into a void, leaving you invisible and disconnected? How about feeling judged, when assumptions overshadow your truth, leaving you misunderstood and defensive? And then there's that moment when someone offers solutions you never asked for, dismissing your feelings and leaving you more frustrated than before. It doesn't have to be this way. Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, the listening mentor, understands. She's here to help you reclaim your voice, build stronger connections, and create meaningful conversations that inspire understanding and mutual respect. Through her groundbreaking books, online and in-person courses, and interactive workshops, you'll learn how to navigate life's most challenging interactions. Discover the power of elevated listening and transform how you communicate. Master setting boundaries and asking permission to protect your peace. Learn to recognize and release judgment, fostering empathy and true connection. Dr. KERBECK also offers personalized coaching, one-on-one or group sessions designed to fit your unique needs. Whether in person or virtually on StreamYard, her guidance will empower you to thrive. You don't have to struggle alone. The path to deeper connections and better relationships start here. Visit drjacalyn.com or usaglobaltv.com. Join a global community of empowered listeners and transform your life, one meaningful conversation at a time. Dr. JACALYN KERBECK is the listening mentor. Start your journey today. Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honored to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.